The first to speak out after he died had been an ex-pupil at Duncroft, a boarding school for troubled teenage girls. Her name was Cat Ward.
I was sent there because I was in care in Norfolk, and I kept running away.
So can you remember the first time Jimmy Savile came to the school? There was a level of excitement, I suppose. I mean, he was someone off the telly.
Oh, God, yes. So we'd all get excited about it, or we'd wonder, what's he going to bring this time? Sometimes he brought records. I mean, he was a disc jockey, and he always came loaded with cigarettes, because, of course, back then all the girls smoked.
And some of the girls would get chosen to take a ride in the Rolls with Jimmy. Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you have any inkling of what might be in store? Had there been whispers that you
there weren't whispers. We talked about it openly.
about what he was after?
Yeah. He had mainly been doing a bit of snogging, sticking his tongue down his throat, which was horrible because he tasted of those fat, smelly cigars. And he liked to have a grope, if he could. You know, it was nothing to grope on my chest, but he did like to grope. I think he preferred smaller breasts, actually.
What makes you say that?
Because the girls that he tended to select tended to be on the slender and less developed side. The abuse that I suffered at the hands of Jimmy Savile was nothing compared to what had come before. So,
From your stepfather?
yeah, and my stepfather's friends. By the time I was about 10, I had decided that men were predators. Men were bullies. Men only wanted women for sexual favours. So, because I was used to abuse, this must sound awful. Because I was more used to it, I didn't find the sort of things that he asked for to be peculiar, because by that time I had decided that, well, that's what men do. All men. You know, I can remember the first time that he wanted me to fillet him, and I was like, no, I don't want to. So, you know, I gave him hand relief instead. But then the next time he took me out and he asked me to fillet him, and I said, oh, I don't want to. And he said, look, if you do, you can come to London and be on my television programme.
Today. Very well.
Obviously, if you, as a child, have to fillet an adult, there's a lot of gagging and retching and quite often vomiting involved. And he flung the car door open and said, not in the car, not in the car.
After he died, I really had to take a step back and examine my own conscience a little bit, to think about, well, what did I miss, and what more could I have done?
We can all now look back and say, oh, yeah, wow, why didn't we see that? Yeah, he told us what he was. And we didn't see it. Why didn't we see it? He was very clever.